Hey, it's Michael, and I want to thank Allpowers for sending me their S300 portable power station. This is the kind of thing that you don't realize you need until you get one, and then you'll wonder why you didn't have one forever. This is awesome if you're a camper or if you have a lot of outdoor activities that you like to do. Especially when you're camping, I think this is so helpful and valuable. But it's also great for just outdoor picnics and anywhere that you need some AC power instead of just a battery powered whatever. So let me show you this how it works, and I think you'll be quite surprised. It's very reasonably priced and once again so versatile. Lots of things you can charge and operate with the S300. So let me give an overview of this little device. First of all, it's not all that heavy and it's got some ports on all three sides, so let's discuss them all. First of all, on the front panel, you'll notice on the left, starting on the left side, we have what looks like a flashlight. Well, it is. You push this and the light will go on, but there's actually a light on the other side too. This is really great when it's dark out and you need to clean up your campsite, or you're at a picnic and it's time to go and you just want to check around, see what you left laying around on the ground. Well, you've got two flashlights to do that. You can use either one independently of the other, so that is super handy. Now we've got three buttons right here. The first button is basically an on-off button. So if the display is off, if this is in the off mode, just give that a single press and that'll illuminate the display. I'll go into more detail about the display in just a minute. This is also how you activate the Bluetooth. Yeah, you can actually download an app to use with this. So you just hold it for about 3 seconds and then you'll hear a beep and then the button will illuminate. That means you're now in Bluetooth mode. You can go to your phone, your smartphone, you can connect to this, download the app. They have a QR code right inside the manual here that you can download the app that you need to operate this. And that gives you just a little more flexibility. You don't actually have to go right up to the device to do certain things. So that's pretty handy. If you're not going to use the Bluetooth, well, you can just press it again and turn it off. And if you just want to illuminate the panel, again, you just give it one push. So the next button over here is the DC button. You would press and hold that for 3 seconds to activate it. It'll illuminate the button. And that's if you want to use any of the USB ports or the car port here. So you can plug like a 12-volt appliance of some sort in there, like sometimes they have these small refrigerators. And then on the other side, you have 3 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C port. Then you also have 12-volt DC outputs here. So if you wanted to use any of those, you'd push the DC button. Then finally, we have the AC button. If we want to use the 2 AC outlets, you press and hold that for 3 seconds. It'll illuminate again. You've got 2 AC outlets here, and you can operate a device that draws up to a maximum of 300 watts. Now, you don't probably want to use a 300-watt device on this because that'll deplete the battery very quickly. However, this has 288 watt-hours, so the way you can figure out how long any device will operate using this, just take the 288 and then you want to divide it by the number of watts that the device you are using is consuming. In this case, I'm going to demonstrate this a little bit later on with a fan that we take to concerts with us. We use this to power the fan, and at the low speed, the fan can be powered for almost 4 hours, so it's pretty cool. But I'm going to turn on this TV in just a moment to show you how it operates for other devices. It's really great when you're camping because you can plug lights into this, small TVs, stereo equipment. Just watch. You have to look at the labels on all these devices to see how many watts they require. So we've got our AC active right now, so I'm going to plug the TV into that. One interesting thing, normally when you're using a polarized plug, seems like all the outlets that I use, the polarized plug is on the left. Well, on this, it's actually on the right. It's kind of like this is upside down. At least to what I'm used to. Anyway, the polarized plug goes this way. So let me give you a little demonstration. So I've got my TV plugged in and we'll just turn it on here. I use my remote and there you go. So now if you look down here on the display, you can see that it is consuming only 24 watts. So this TV is going to be able to run for probably 7 or 8 hours. With only 23 watt draw, so that is really great. Now there's on the display here, if you can read this, kind of giving you a rough idea of how long it'll operate at the current wattage draw. So this says 6 hours and 58 minutes. I'm not going to doubt that. I bet you it would run quite that long. This number will fluctuate. It'll give you an idea of how long you can expect the battery to operate before it depletes. Charging on this doesn't take all that long. This is the AC adapter, and you just plug this in, and then the thing plugs in onto the side over here. This is the input. It took me from getting this out of the box, it took about 4.5 hours for this to fully charge for me. And you can also use a solar panel. It's optional, but you can get a solar panel and plug it into these inputs here. Of course, it'll take longer to charge this, but if you were on a camping trip, you threw this solar charger on every day, you'd have a pretty full battery. And then on the other side, like I said, you've got the USB outputs, and they're your 5-volt outputs. So it's really very versatile. You've got a nice folding handle here, so it's really not that heavy to carry anyway, but it's actually kind of a padded handle. There's a little silicone strip here. It's very comfortable and it's not that heavy. And of course, on the top, if you've got a Qi charging device like my iPhone 15 Pro Max, I can put it on here and it'll begin charging. You do have to be particular where you place it, but it does not really charge my phone anyway when I have my case on. I want to quickly show you the app. So I've got the Bluetooth turned on here, and I'm going to launch the Allpowers app on my phone. Now it says Bluetooth device up here. You need to click that. So this is typical to any Bluetooth device. You just need to pair to it, and then once you get it, it's going to connect to it, and there we have it. So what is this telling us? Well, it's telling us that we have 100% remaining time on the battery. Right now it's saying 145 hours of operation. Well, nothing's really being powered right now, so it's going to show a very, very high number. But you'll never get to run anything for that period of time. I'm going to turn on the TV right now using the remote that I have, and the TV is plugged in. Now we're going to turn on the AC outlet. So all I have to do is push that. That turns on the AC outlet. Now I'll use my remote control to turn on the TV. All right, our TV is firing up. And in the meantime, I could also turn on the DC output, and I could also turn on the LED lights. I can do that all from my app. I really love the fact that I can turn on the lights with my phone. I could have this at my campsite or somewhere else, 20 feet away from me, and it gets dark, I can just turn on the lights like that. So that is really handy. So that's a look at how the app works, and it does work really well. It's just one more additional feature that the Allpowers S300 has, which makes it really handy. And it is possible to have DC and AC running simultaneously. And I can show you, we've got the TV running right now. I'm going to plug in a USB-C to start charging my phone, and you can see I'm charging. So it is possible to use the AC and the DC output simultaneously. So you can see I've got a TV running here. If I wanted, I could also have a light, incandescent light plugged into there. Let's say I've got a 60-watt light and the TV is drawing 23 watts, and I can plug in my USB-C cable into my iPhone, and that'll start charging my iPhone. And the only thing you have to pay attention to is your total wattage, which, as I showed you, is showing on the front LCD panel. So right now, with everything plugged in that I've got, I'm drawing 50 watts. So that is how you keep track of how much power you're drawing. And this says I can run this for about 3.5 hours right now at the current draw. So it's really, really versatile and very, very helpful to have this when you're outside and not near any sort of AC power. Let me show you a quick video here of when we had this outside operating the fan that I had at the concert we were at. So that's it. This is the Allpowers S300 portable power station. And it's lightweight, it's very versatile, it's very handy to have, especially if you have a power outage in your house. You can plug in 2 lights and you can operate those lights for hours. Plus you've got the built-in flashlights, which come in really handy. So it's pretty cool. Check it out, and thanks a lot for watching. Hope you found this helpful. Take care.